relatively effortless little touch through Kane. Gnabry, here's the overlap. Diaz has squandered it. A rare misplaced pass or cross from the man.
Yeah, well played yet again from Bayern. Plays the ball around. And then bad pass here from Diaz into the middle. Could have easily been another goal.
That's going to be a foul. A frustrated one. Let's go back to Dharma. Just enough on that one. We've got a quarter of the game to go, plus the inevitable stoppage time. One goal either way. Even at 3-1, and it becomes a very different game. 4-1. Surely all hope is gone. 3-2, and we have a grandstand last 20 minutes or so. That's what he's hoping for. Winning on match day 1 for Augsburg is not a regular occurrence. They did well to mastermind just their 3rd opening win of the Bundesliga season. There's an easy one for Neuer, straight down the middle. A rare one on target for Augsburg. From Kummer. That might be his first on target. We've not actually seen one yet from Harry Kane. Which is a rare thing indeed, particularly when you consider his century of appearances here. In fact, he'd look to mark it. He has marked it, he's been influential, he's provided 2 assists, something he's very adept at doing. Dropping deep and helping others to score. It's a risky one from Neuer, just squeezes it through. Referee's going to ask them to stop that. For a substitution, they wanted to attack quickly, but instead it is 2 Bayern changes. Leon Goretzka is coming off. Sasha-Boy and Alexander Pavlovic are the ones coming on. So Lima is also making way at right back, by the looks of things. What a game he has had. Goretzka is usual efficient self, hasn't grabbed the headlines, but he has certainly done plenty in midfield. That boy has, and this boy comes on. Alexander Pavlovic wearing the protective mask. He had surgery on an eye socket injury earlier this month. Tossed in high. Kummer. Taken off the toes of Felhart and turned on for Elise. He was seen off by Felhart.
Great work here from Gnabry.
Millie took out Wagner.
Keeps the ball in. Great picture. Tar back here.
juggling it away. In amongst all of Harry Kane's goals against Augsburg was the goal of 2024, a brilliant one. Ball in from about here on the right-hand side, taken down with a brilliant bit of control in the air with his foot and then nodded over the line. Just haven't seen him in those advanced attacking positions here, Olise. What we do now, here he is, and the flag is up. Boy and Kane. Bit of a surprise, isn't it, Gary? We've become so used to seeing that.
I'm not sad, my brother. I'm just concentrating. Yeah, I always give to my friends correct score 3-0. So I'm maintaining it to happen, my bro. My people to eat some money today. Yeah, I'm listening to the game right now. How's he? Oh,
that's given away. Here's Olise. And now is he onside? He's going to carry on anyway. Harry Kane trying to be unselfish. Now the flag doesn't go up.
I'm always happy. I'm always happy, Bana. I'm always happy. Yeah, I always give my people best analysis. Best analysis. How's he? Yeah. Ya kwanza hii hapa. Already pesa iko jikoni. We are waiting for it. Au sio? Kama kawa, like and subscribe inakuwa best for best analysis. Au sio? Crazy KAKA DTV here, siku zombwa.
There wasn't so much involvement of Kane, but as we...
Yeah, na bado kuna correct score. Benfica Sporting with nani? Porto. Let's go with correct score 2-1. Sporting 2, Porto 1. Correct score. Let's go there. Bado pale kuna party na bado tuna party na pesa pale. Au sio? Si kuzombo bana. Tunangojea hapa pesa tukikaa rada kama kawa. Yeah, hapa hivi. Bye, have a good day. Same to you. Yeah, au sio? Kama kawa bana. Tuko here bana, tunangojea game ya Bayern iishe tuweke pesa store. Au sio? Hi. Namna gani? Sayora. Welcome, like and subscribe inakuwa very best. We are here, we are watching the game. Kama kawa, au sio?
Pressure from Pavlovic and
greetings from Uzbekistan. What? That's a hard name for me to pronounce, my sister. Welcome here. Yeah, we are in Kenya. Like and subscribe inakuwa very best tena sana, au sio? Yeah, best analysis za siku zombo. Kama uko bado sure pale, kimbia pale, chukua tu. Kuna correct score ya sure bet hapo leo, bado tunangojea pesa. Ya pesa ya kwanza ndio hii hapa, tunangojea tujue rada ni gani. Tuone kama wanatuharibia ama washatuharibia.
The comeback is still a big possibility. Merkamura for Augsburg
wamechoma.
Pass here from Stanisic. She invites them and then they can't clear it. Bayern looks like a copy to the cup game against Wiesbaden. Fully in control of the game, but somehow not clear enough in certain situations. And now we have a game.
Through two sets of legs here, and into the corner it goes. Upamecano and Kimmich, neither could stop it. Well, what a finish we have on our hands now. Only an 8% probability, and a lot of red shirts to bypass, and there's a slip, and maybe Bayern can strike right back. Olise into the chest, and boy, who was hoping to make amends has made a hash of it instead. Glummer faces up in the expensive seats now.
Yeah, that slip would have been super costly. Good save here from Damen. He comes off the line, makes himself big, but this is something Bayern usually takes advantage of, and then they score the fourth goal, and they, like I said,
hii inawezekanaje?
Permanent signings for Bayern's sporting side of the board to try and deal with.
yeah, especially offensively, there's not much that they can put on now.
Diaz, still a hugely effective and frightening offensive number of players are out there. Kane though is having to defend a lot at the moment. Kuma is away from Boy rather too easily. Kimmich has to step in and there's no foul. And here is Kane, who looks long and looks early. And for now the flag has stayed down, and here's Serge Gnabry. Oh, turned inside, and that's important from Kevin Schlotterbeck, but at what cost? He looks a little ginger as he walked gingerly after that challenge.
The flag was up, so it would have been an offside situation. We've seen that all afternoon. If they lose the ball in the midfield here, just a long ball behind the defense, and they're so wide open there. They have no recovery, Augsburg. But Bayern didn't take advantage like they normally do when they find so much space.
Schlotterbeck does seem to be moving okay. Creating an overload down this left-hand side quite often if it's Salivek Spichai and Fellar, or one other. This time they've gone to the right, and that's neatly clipped over the top, and the ball all the way across for Bellhauer. He's cut out by Boy. Must have had his heart in his mouth, because that had to be properly connected with. Ole had a really good cross.
Another dangerous moment, and Bayern at the moment all over the place. You can see Harry Kane is defending on their own 16-yard box. They lost their shape somehow.
Into the near post, that's a little easier to deal with. Garda. Haven't seen him involved too much. Gnabry. Olise is not going to get there. Dietz bullying his way through again. Jonathan Tah has handled that one well.
Yeah, well done here from Tah, puts his body in. Strong.
There's a slide rule ball. It's Damen against Olise. And Finn Damen sweeps up well.
And yet another simple pass. Just behind the defense, Augsburg wide open.
Well, just a moment or two till the man of the match voting opens. If you have the Bundesliga app, you can take a part and choose. Harry Kane is taken down by Schlotterbeck. Could easily be a booking, and it is. Get involved, let us know, and choose your man of the match here on the shin of Harry Kane. Painful looking one. Tell you how rare it is that Bayern even get close to losing a 3-goal lead. We're going to see a substitution first though. Serge Gnabry is making way. The man who got the opening goal set them on the way to what looks like being rather comfortable at one point. Rafael Guerrero is going to come on. At this point they were 1-0 up. They made it 2 in first half stoppage time. They made it 3 early in the second half. Only once in their Bundesliga history Bayern lost a 3-goal lead, and that was back in 1973 in Kaiserslautern. Is it about to happen here? Or will they? Edge ahead again. Joshua Kimmich to pop one in. There's a free header and kicked away by Dahman. Upamecano rising high, unchallenged, but not the fourth goal.
Yeah, great save here from Dahman. A little bit like a handball. Goalkeeper with his foot, he saves it. A clear header here from Upamecano. Just wants to get it onto goal, but from that distance, he could have certainly, but should have scored, I guess.
Bayern at least have the ball where they want it. Kane's got some grappling on the goal line. Tietz has been physical since coming on. Now he's got to try and defend. He's backing in. Guerrero is there. There's the flick on the near post. Pavlovic. Clever ball. They'll let it run for Stanisic, who is well tracked. Alexander Pavlovic again. Rolled right along the edge of the box and intercepted rather easily. Referee's had a look, says no free kick. Pops it into a good area. Garda, no foul on him either. Stanisic just come away with it. This is where the fitness comes in. On Company's pre-season training and his drilling of his players to go right till the end. You can see from the XG, Bayern 3.26, Augsburg 0.42, and yet they've scored twice. They outperformed their XG on the opening weekend, scoring 3 times, despite an XG of 1.2. Bayern scored 6. Their biggest win under Company, despite an expected goals tally of only 1.8. So there you go, they can do that too.
Sandra, welcome Sandra. How are you, Sandra? I'm the guy, my people. Welcome, Sandra. Where are you from, Sandra?
Guerrero, infield, the simple ball, often the best one, and it is here for Diaz. Kane trying to hold his run, the ball through, needed to be better than that. Well, that looked like a golden opportunity for Kane to run on. And instead, Anton Kada can bring it forward for Augsburg.
Thank you so much.
Vexbechai. 1 minute of normal time to go. Jakic, who's pulled wide. Upamecano beaten in the air. And that was very nearly a special moment.
Good cross here from Jakic. Kühne runs in. Upamecano is not aware where he is. If this ball gets on target, and he knows, that could have been a goal.
While you're watching that, make way. Monsengo. We're going to have 7 minutes of extra time. Noakai Banks, the 18-year-old, who's just had his first call-up to the US men's national team, is on, and 7 minutes of extra time signals.
Sporting Lisbon with Porto.
An extra defender. They might play defensive midfield. Jakic has put himself about. Another study in movement on the left-hand side. Just a really studied gaze from Anton Company. He's got 7 minutes to see out. Best way to see the match, to keep the ball up this end of the pitch.
Sasa hapo ndio kidogo. Hiyo dakika 7 inasema.
Olise, a little too casual, let it run away. Oh, that's a risky one. And it's been given away to Pavlovic, who can't progress it. It's Banks, who, with his first touch, almost caused an issue. Boy wants his goalkeeper to come, and he does. Manuel Neuer to the edge of the area.
Very nice, very nice. Ausberg. He's a hit. Ausberg ni mbaya.
Fell out, not entirely away.
He's a hit, those boys.
Down goes Beck's beside. Yeah, so much running as he got left. So Guerrero almost through the middle. But look at this, and fell out. Sasha Boy has come to cover. And the cover eventually from Tar puts it behind for a corner. Now it's Augsburg springing the quick counter-attacks.
Ausberg, corner. Bayern hapa hivi sasa equalization ikiwa si tunaenda kuilisha.
Kummer for the corner. Kane expected. There's a foul. And Sasha Boy will take that very, very gladly. Feeling Tietz is holding his calf. Well, regardless of how this finishes, Gary, it's another example, isn't it, of what Sandro Wagner said his side would try and do, regardless of the opposition.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to implement that winning mentality. And of course, when you play against Bayern Munich, it's always a difficult game and hard to win.
3 minutes
But to have
out.
that mindset that you can
4
win
minutes
against
only.
every team,
Remaining bana.
to believe in that, never give up. And they didn't play their best football today. They played better last week, and I think against Freiburg they were more efficient. But what they showed is a lot of intensity, Augsburg. But still, there's a lot to do for this team. But the direction, I think, is clearly to see.
Guerrero is up there with Kane, and if he can keep this in, that's an excellent bit of work. Halfway through stoppage time, and there are options here for Bayern. Olise into Diaz, second time, it's kicked away from his goalkeeper.
What?
Neither trusted the other. They've got rid of it.
Yeah, and another really good chance, and this is something Bayern, usually they are crucial, and then they take these moments and then they put these games to bed. But they have had a lot of good situations today where the last pass wasn't accurate enough, the last shot maybe. So they could have scored. Certainly we saw it on the XG, it was more than 3 goals. But today they didn't do it, and last week against Leipzig they scored 6. Today they could have scored more, I guess, from my point of view.
That looked like a clear push in the back on Kane, who just gets himself up, no free kick. Looks like no goal for the number 9 either on his 100th Bayern appearance. Will Bayern fashion a fourth in what remains of stoppage time? And they're going for the corner. Diaz for Guerrero.
That situation with Kane on the corner flag says a lot, that he wants to win time there, he wants to run down the time. That is usually not something Bayern does against a team like Augsburg. So they put in everything in now to get this win over the line.
Diaz booked for his reaction and time wasted. There's going to be another reaction. Or here, he's moving, thankfully. There's going to be a yellow card though for Sasha Boy, who is more concerned about seeing how his opponent is doing, I think. The way he hit the ground here. He jumped for the ball. It's a sickening clash of heads with Velhart. He's been booked for it, but he only had eyes for the ball, really. He didn't jump and get the elevation right. And the limp way he hit the ground was worrying for a moment, but it looks like he's okay. Yellow for the Bayern right back. And we're going to get extra stoppage time on the end, but the concern is all with Robin Velhart. He's making his home debut after his move from Elversberg. This was Diaz's yellow card, by the way, just to wrap it up, throwing the ball away.
There you can see that Bayern is in a struggle a little bit, especially in the last 20 minutes after Augsburg scored the second goal. They lost a bit shape, they're running down the time now, they're playing down the time. They're not converting the chances that they have, what they usually do then in these moments, then they are crucial.
And there was another yellow card there, wasn't it?
And they can't bring any offensive players now from the bench because there's not much left on the bench. They can maybe Leonard Karl, but in these games maybe he's afraid to bring him because it's really important now to have senior players on the pitch.
And he doesn't look too concerned. It is a yellow for one of Augsburg's substitutes. Cedric Zerziger, the Swiss defender. Well, he was moving, which was a good sign, but there is still concern here, and the stretcher waiting just to be absolutely sure. Kai Banks and Christian Jakic are around, as well as Kevin Schlotterbeck and the skipper, Jeffrey Havaleo, as you'd expect.
He has,
any better.
He has the eyes on the ball, but the force was a huge hit. Complete knockout here. The intensity was high. He was coming with speed into that move.
Now Sandro Wagner has come to look at his player and the rest of his players to make sure. Turn to a somber mood here. Still a bit of bickering between them. Kevin Schlotterbeck has had to shepherd his manager away. They are securing him on the stretcher. And it is a sad way for anybody to leave the pitch. Stable. They have him in a net brace, and Robin Velhart gets a deserved ovation as he's taken from the pitch. Let us hope all is well. Stoppage time, of course, will be extended.
Yeah, the referee showed 2 minutes. He showed, I think there was 2 minutes on the clock when this happened.
Well, there's a deflected clearance. It was almost up to the 7. It's almost 3. That's elapsed since play actually stopped. He's now saying 3, I think. Oh, he's counting. Sorry, he's counting down the number of seconds for Manuel Neuer, which is one of those new rules this season. The referee is showing on his hand the last few seconds if the goalkeeper's kept a hold of it for up to 8. So still we play on, and Augsburg still have hope that they can provide a really, really late flourish here. Jakic, who has a goal and an assist. Back to his goalkeeper. Bayern just can't get it away quickly enough. KAKA. And it'll fall for Jakic here. Kurma. Anywhere will do for Bayern. We've got about a minute to go, so it was just 2 additional minutes that the referee has added on. Long throw incoming from Jakic. Everybody in Bayern colours keen to get it away. Kane falls to the ground, but it's just a header. No free kick. Whip ball punched away by Neuer. Here Leo. Olise got his arms out of the way and jinks his way through. And that has relieved some of the pressure. He's rather overplayed it, but he's got away with it. He didn't even need to look up. Kimmich, he just knew where Diaz was, and Diaz could finish it here. Another good save from Dahmer. Harry Kane. Stumbling through, and that ball had crossed the goal line. Jakic goes long, and that's hit the referee, which is going to cause a stoppage. There might be only seconds remaining. Kimmich. Diaz. Guerrero goes one way. Might we get one more cross, one more chance? One more effort for Harry Kane, maybe. Olise. Olise hits Jakic. Referee has a look at his watch, and there is full time. Bayern have had a mighty scare at Augsburg, but they have got the result over the line. Sandro Wagner's men very nearly with a stirring comeback at home. But Bayern, courtesy of that extra goal, the one they scored in the second half after Gnabry and Diaz scored, Michael Olise's proves the winner. Breathless stuff at the end. Bayern scrambling, but winning by 3 goals to 2.
Hey guys, bana. Hey guys, namna gani bana? Yeah, welcome bana. Like and subscribe inakuwa best. Hata kama tuna.
Well, it is un-Bayern-like, but they got the result over the line.
Au sio? Siku hizo.
Harry Kane 2 assists on his 100th appearance.
Yani correct score yangu imepotea hapa ujinga tu hivyo. Correct score ya Augsburg. Acha majo. Sawa, tuacha tukubali. Asiyekubali kushindwa si mshindani. Hawa wanasemanga aje. Siku zombo. Kwanza niingie huku niangalie wengine. Hata labda wengine wanaweza kuwa wanaturudisha tsunami. Let me go to see where. And to go to see there some games, by the way, to see some games, another games. Rada iwe safi. Real Sociedad wamegongwa na Girona wameuponza. Nantes ndio hiyo. Leo what? Yenyewe leo ndio ile siku ya Wahindi. Kila game karibu hapa hivi zenye zimebakia zinapewa tu red. Aka leo ni kukula manyanya sana. Let me wait, at least something can happen. Okay. Hayo mambo. Rada gani kibradhi? Anaitwa King wanga namna gani? Unaingia wakati nataka kutoka man. Alafu sasa niambie, rada gani wanga? Anaitwa wanga. Kwani umetoka wanga re ama unasaka wakamadha re? Unadu nini hapo? Umesema hata lanji hakuna ama tuseme sapa? Tuseme sapa tukuje tukule Kitale sapa au namna gani wanga? Wanga King, si ndio? Tukuje tukule sapa Kitale, si ndio? Itabidi nisake pia mimi za kumanga mtu wangu. Nakaa hii njaa imekam sana, sijasaka za waranga la bana. Yeah, but I will talk to you later my brother because I'm going to search something. Yeah, I need to eat supper because I'm tired bwana. Nimetoka job. Nimechoka kama kasi ya ingine imechunga ng'ombe huko hiyo. Si tutabanja ndugu, bye bye. Ai, niende nilale saa hii. Ukiona mtu anakaa kulala. Baloteli. Wewe akai kulala saa hii ni kusaka kwanza vipande. Unajua kinitwanga vipande. Furenge. Kukula kimwanajeshi. Unajua hata ndio hebu kwanza uone venye huyu mwanajeshi anakaa kininja huku. On. Mwanajeshi hadi on. Hadi ndio nataka kuanza kukushiba on. Hata sijui vipande zangu ziko wapi. Siku zombo. Ati wakaoshe vyombo. Simu yangu imekataa kufunga kamera. Imekataa nini? Ama niipige chini. Unajua ikihang na mimi nakasirika na hang. Halo. Kitu imekataa kutoka online. Imekataa kutoka online. Hebu kwanza nione. Okay,